we have the movie Die Hard 4 with the main character John McClane, played by Bruce Willis, as you see here. And why do they use the name John McClane? Because in numerology it equals 44, which is the occult of chaos for these chaotic movies that we see. Then we have Maggie Q, another main character, Maylin, M and L, and the Maylin is 33. And this is the character. And as you see, also Maggie equals 33, so they get the dual 33s out of her. Then we see Lucy Gennaro as a character, played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, her actual name. And Lucy is what they use to reference Lucifer. And of course, this is her playing the part of John's daughter. And of course, Elizabeth equals 33, so they get that reference there. Then we see a devil pops up on the screen, and following the devil we have the warlock coming up 4 times with a W, 4 times turned sideways. Each one is a 3, that's dual 33s. So they bring that right out. And as we continue on, we will see a C and a C and a 3 and a 3. This is turned sideways. I did not do that. They did that. They want these C's to stand out and those 3's to stand out so they can get dual 33s. They threw that in there for you so you can see who's running the show. Then he mentions Creedence Clearwater Revival. It's a CC for 33. And of course this rubs the other actor the wrong way, so he makes a comment, I have a pine cone. Why does he reference the pine cone? Because the pine cone has been used in mythology, symbolism for a long, long time. It does not represent anything good. The way they push it on us, what it represents is the Israel god Baal, which goes way back to Freemasonry in the beginning, the great-grandson of Noah. And that's from the Vatican, and that's how they use it. So they throw that in there so that you will see that symbolism. Then he starts talking about the news, a little truth in movies. The news is completely manipulated. Everything that you hear every single day is designed by corporate media to do one thing only: to keep you living in fear. So there's a little truth taste in a movie right there, so that you can see. You ought to know that by now with what we've gone through, that they want us in fear. Then we bring in another FBI agent whose name is Johnson. Why do they keep bringing in these FBI agents named Johnson? Because Johnson is 33 in numerology. They want to get these 33s in there as much as possible. Then we have the wife, or the divorced, Holly. Why did they use her name Holly? Because Hollywood wands are made out of Hollywood, and they are pagan and witchcraft and Wicca. So that's why they picked these names. And here's a Hollywood wand with the holly leaves on it to show you that this is what the witches use. Then we have Tara Tovaric. She's getting a fake ID, pretending to be an FBI agent. Why the 2 T's in Tara Tovaric? Because that's also symbolism referencing the 2 towers of Freemasonry. As you see with the band Toto here, they put the 2 T's in there with the pillars to show you the symbolism. They use it throughout this movie and many others. Then they get into a helicopter that ends in CC for 33, C being the 3rd letter of the alphabet. 2 3's right there. Then he's going to call Miguel Bowman, and Bowman in numerology, and this is another FBI agent, equals 23 for your 2 3's there. So the FBI agents are all covered in 33s, at least the main characters. And more fear that they put out there. What if you're hurt and alone and you dial 911 and no one answers? More fear. Then he's looking at a sign that's orange, and we know orange is 33 in numerology, the only color, and it says Bernard. Interesting name for a cafe, restaurant, gallery. Why Bernard? Because Bernard is 33. So you have one 33 for Bernard, and then you have another 33 for Orange, so you have the dual 33s right there, again in this movie. Then we go to the Warlock, who they mentioned before, wearing the Freemason shirt, and you can see all the symbols around. And why the name Warlock? Because a man who practices witchcraft, a sorcerer, is a warlock. That's why they put this in there. And the frequency that he uses is 66.6. No mystery there. Why would he use that frequency? Well, that's the devil's number. Then we see another FBI agent, another fake ID with the name of Robert. And as we very well know if you watch the videos, Robert in numerology is 33. They just keep making these FBI agents 33s. That's what they do. And as we finish it out here, you see John needed some help, so he called the Warlock on his 666 frequency to save the day. So I hope this helps, and I hope it helps you understand how they run these movies and how they do things. God bless.